In my last how-to clip, I showed you how to make these simple air-filled balloon characters. Today I'm going to show you a couple of other ideas using the same technique. I'm just going to quickly refresh you on the techniques that we used for the other two designs. I started with a double cluster of air-filled 5-inch balloons. On this design, my base cluster of black 5-inch balloons are inflated to approximately 4.5 inches. The second cluster of 5-inch white are inflated to approximately 3.5 inches. I've actually added a Qualitex pyramid weight to the base. You could use this, a sand weight, or a double stuff balloon weight. And make sure it's all nice and secure. For this design, again, I'm using a 646Q balloon, and again I've only partially inflated it. I've kept it really very small and only inflated it to approximately 7 or 8 inches. I've knotted it where I wanted it to stop, and I've trimmed off the excess. So I can now secure this to my base. For the top half of the design, again I'm using a double cluster of 5-inch, clusters of 4. The white cluster are inflated again to 3.5 inches, and the red cluster of 5-inch to about 2 to 2.5 inches. On this occasion I'm actually going to work with the smallest to the 646 and the white above. Pulling that in nice and tight. Now nice and secure. This is a complete air-filled design, and today my chosen character is this lovely Santa foil, and I think we'll be able to sell plenty of these over the Christmas period. So it's air-filled, and I've just secured a 160Q to the neck just by simply rolling it. And if you missed this technique before, just look at the previous DVD that I made just by going to my channel, Sue Bowler, on YouTube, or by looking at the earlier blog. So I'm just going to secure this. And that's now fixed into place. If this was going to a child, please make sure that all your connections are very, very tight. You wouldn't want them to come apart. I'm just going to put that to one side because I'm going to show you a different technique for making the arms. Last time I just simply took a 350Q, I cut it and inflated it so that we just had one long arm. This time I actually want to create a little hand. So I'm going to take my hand pump and my 5-inch balloon and literally put one puff into the balloon. When you knot it, you need to knot it as close to the bead or the lips as possible. As you can see, you've got the knot at the top and you've got plenty of space left in the neck. Now you carefully squeeze the air into the neck, so you've got this very strange shape. With your other hand, I want you to pinch a little bubble. So if you want to measure that bubble, you can measure it to the width of 2 fingers and then twist that. And that will help you get them evenly sized. Take the neck, pull the neck back into the twist, and then you pull on that bubble and you twist it once, 2 and 3 times. So now you have what's known as a pinch twist, and we have a single pinch twist and the remaining bubble. Now I would like you to make a second pinch twist, which is not so easy because you need to make sure that they're the same size. This is why we needed to underinflate the balloon in the beginning, because if we had overinflated the 5-inch balloon, this would be a very difficult task to achieve. So now try again. There we go. So now we've got the hand, a bubble and a pinch twist, so we need to make this bubble also into a pinch twist. 1. And really stretch the balloon apart as you do this, 2 and 3. And can you see now? You've got this really nice effect. Take your 350Q, just put, say, 4 pumps into it and knot it. Take the knotted end, pull that into that double pinch twist, wrapping it round. And as you can see, that's a really nice effect. You've got a hand, a cuff and a sleeve. Make sure it's the right length that you want for your design. You twist it, you cut, and you knot onto the twist. I've already made a pair of hands, and when I tie them together, I leave some stretch between the two. Bring your little character in, and it's very simple. You just slide those into position in the design. And now you have the same simple character as before, but this time with a little bit more detail on the hand. And we can use that pinch twist technique in many different ways, and you'll see them on future how-to designs if you keep watching the series. I just want to quickly show you another technique. The end result is also an air-filled character. This time we're using a different body than the 646, so absolutely everything else is the same, we're just changing the body. For this we're going to use the Holstein cow print, the 11-inch balloon, and I want to add a fixing point to the bottom part of the balloon, and we're going to use a technique called a raisin. It's very much used by deco twisters and twisters, and it's superb for adding fixing points. You can use a little bit of scrap latex like I'm doing here, or a little bead or a dry pea. Anything will work very well for this. Just drop the raisin into the balloon, partially inflate it, and then you just want to locate that raisin at the base. Mine's disappeared. Once you've located the raisin, make sure it's in the position that you want it, and you can pull and twist. And by doing it this way, you actually use very little of the extra latex. Take a scrap of 160 and just secure that raisin in position. Once you start using this technique, you can add all sorts of different elements to your designs, and again I'll be showing you that in future how-tos. So now we know we've got a nice tight secure fixing point. We can just inflate our 11-inch balloon. Now you won't be able to inflate it to 11 inches because you've attached that, and we really don't need it to be 11 inches. So we can get it to the desired size, knot the balloon, and this time instead of adding, as I said, the 646 into the design for the body, we're going to add our balloon, and we're going to do it with the rounded end to the base and the more pointy end to the top. And I'm just going to show you that finished design. Just going to bring it in, and I think you would agree that that looks really fun and easy, exactly as before. However, this time I've used 11-inch for the base cluster, but these are underinflated to about 5.5 to 6 inches. Cluster of full 5-inch black, inflated to about 4.5 inches. The body is, as I've just shown you. Again, another big cluster. You're going to need bigger clusters because you've got a bigger air-filled head to hold it in position, and the arms in the same technique. I hope you've enjoyed these, and thank you for watching.